Hi everyone, hope you're having a fabulous day. If you're new here, my name is Chitra Moon. If you're coming back to my channel, welcome. You have 4 images in front of you. Today we're going to talk about the compliments that are said behind your back, as well as the words, the detailed words that are being spoken behind your back. If you are a man here watching, please do not be discouraged by the images. This video will also apply to you. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds right now to go with the one that pulls you in at first. Go with the one that pulls you in at first. That is the one that you need to choose. Starting now. Okay, so if you picked the first image, this is a very, 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 I find this girl just to be, really vivacious, really classy, trendy. She pulls me in. She pulls me in. And it's almost like when I'm seeing her, I'm hearing the song, "This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot." Oh, you're hot, okay? And even if you don't look like her, please don't be discouraged by the fact that she's, white or with blonde hair. This could be anything. Just focus on her energy, the energy that this image brings you. This is a very big personality, okay? So I have a feeling that when we draw your cards today, the compliments said that are coming behind your back are going to be very much tied into that. And again, if you're a man watching, go with the energy, okay? We're not going specifically with the way that she looks. We're just going with the energy that she brings to the thumbnail, okay? And she brings that energy. So let's now get into your reading. Okay. So before I start, I want to let you guys know that, this is very much about compliments, but we're going deeper into this reading, okay? We're going to be talking about or be pulling cards that have a very in-depth description of actually what is being said. So yes, we can talk about, generic things about maybe they like your hair and they like your clothes, but we're going deeper. So I just want to prepare you for that. And this could be coming from anyone. I haven't put a specific, situation on this video, as in like from a lover, from a coworker. It's going to be from anybody and everybody. But I, as a reader, will be able to tell who I'm getting this from. Okay, so it's going to be coworkers, family, and it could even be lovers as well, too. So let's start with these cards, okay? So for pile 1, what are the compliments or the words that are being said behind this person's back? What are people saying about this person? What are they saying? What compliments are they giving? What exact words? Maybe even feelings that are being spoken about behind this person's back? Let's talk about it today. Look at that. I'm not shocked. I'm really not shocked that a Queen of Wands came up. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the epitome of a Queen of Wands. This person that you see on, the thumbnail as image 1. You're spicy. You're spicy. You're almost even too much. But we're not here to talk about if they're right with what they're saying. Maybe you're just too much for them. It's not that you're too much, period. No, I would never tell you that. Okay? But you're a lot for these people. It's almost like for the people who are a lot weaker in energy, or maybe can't take it, they can dish it, but they can't take it. This is how they'll kind of perceive you. You're not for the weak again. Okay. So whenever I see the Queen of Wands, I'm always going to say that. Not for the weak here. You could also have a presence about you. So these people could say that, I want her there, or I want this person there because she just brings the energy. She brings the fire. And just for the sake of this reading, I'm going to say her. But again, if you're a man, apply it to you. But you bring the spice. You bring the spice. You bring the laughter. You bring the fun. So it's like, I feel like if people are kind of getting together, you're being talked about as in like your number one guest. Like, I want that person here. Like, they have to come. Okay. And I feel like also too, you've got the fire, you've got the jokes, but I feel like your jokes are actually might even be copied. So when we're talking about the compliments that are being spoken behind your back, these people could be referencing your jokes. Can you believe when that person said this and that? I almost died. It was so funny. Also, I feel like it's kind of interesting. I'm seeing like people also too talking so much about you in such a positive light too, that the people that they're talking to might feel a little jealous. Like, can you just shut up about this person? Can you like shut up? Do you have to keep talking about them? Like, what is it with you and this person? So I feel like there's people could be very, very obsessed in even like what they speak about you. It's constant. With this energy, I mean, we're definitely going to draw more cards, but this is very positive because it's like, Queen of Wands. And you know what else I like about this as well too? Is Queen of Wands does stand for a high integrity, type of person, a person who is very honest. So I feel like if people are saying things about you, it's like that person speaks the truth. They told me this, they told me that, and even though it may have hurt a bit, I was just so kind of like grateful that they told me. So, with Queen of Wands, she's not going to sugarcoat. She's going to give it to you really blunt. And it could be in your face and it could be like hurtful, but she doesn't sugarcoat. She just gives it to you straight. So I feel like people are complimenting this about you, but they're really appreciating it like big time with this, okay? Some people cannot appreciate this. I want you to know that. Some people could just say that you're a bitch and be like, I don't like it. But I feel like with this energy, people are appreciating it, which is nice, because Queen of Wands should be appreciated, for her raw, blunt, cold, hard, truth, okay? Let's see what else is going. What else are people saying? Oh, another thing as well, too, with Queen of Wands, your beauty is being talked about as well, too. So I'm not surprised, again, that the Queen of Wands came up. It matches that girl on the thumbnail. Very spicy, very unique, willing to try new things. Oh, can you believe that she just like, we just did that? Like we were just like walking and this guy was like, hey, you want to try bungee jumping? And she's like, hells yeah. So I think people are complimenting your bravado as well too. You have a high bravado with this image, and you're willing to do like things that maybe the people who are talking about you are not willing to do, or majority of people are willing to do. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Okay, let's see what else is going on. What else do people talk about with respect to this first image, or what kind of words are spoken about them behind their back? What kind of words are being spoken behind their back about them? Oh my God, I'm not surprised. Okay, so we got another card I'm not surprised about. So this is the take action card. And I want you to know something else too, since we're talking about words being spoken behind your back, because this rules communication. I feel like you're being talked about excessively. Now, I am only on pile 1, but I have a feeling that this is going to be the most talked about pile, okay? Most talked about pile. You might have to wait and maybe check in pile 4 until I get there and see if I was right, because I feel like that. You're being talked about a lot. So I wasn't really going to go there. I didn't even think I was going to go there, talking about how often people are talked about, but with this one, it's a lot. So you're like affecting everybody. And even if it's your parents or your like immediate family who have known you all your life, you're a topic of discussion. But I'm going to tell you something. Even though we're not talking about negativity today, we will next week. I feel like, how do I say this? You might just be so damn interesting that you're just like a thriving type of like energy, so like thriving that it's like when it comes to like people who are just doing nothing in life, you could just be that topic that it fills the void, okay? If people know you, they're talking about you. I feel like it goes hand in hand with this. But not only are people talking about you a lot, okay? You also are talked about with your communication style. So again, this is just like an affirmation of what I said. The way you give the truth or the way you speak is very interesting. And while people might want to hate it, they can't, because they find it so inspiring. So you might be inspiring people the way they speak. It could just be very like, quick, Like you keep it going. Maybe you're like that person who comes with a joke real quick. Like you don't even have to think twice about it. Or when you're fed up and you're kind of giving it to somebody, it just really flows and it comes out like professional with no stuttering, and it's delivered in a way that people could hear it. So I actually really, I mean, I'm like this, but back in my day when I wasn't like this, I used to emulate or try to emulate people like this. I wanted to be like that because I used to be more of a pushover, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. But I'm actually finally in this now, so which is awesome. But wow, with the Eight of Wands, it's two things. It's your communication style. It's also action to the action you take in your life. You're doing things. So you might have a lot of people around you, whether it be coworkers, I'm not saying that it's your friends that you're choosing, but you could have people around you who are really bland, like really bland and boring. And you're just like that person on that pedestal in their life, So you're inspiring. You're really inspiring, but you're talked about a lot, okay, with this pile. Now let's do one more. What other words or compliments are being spoken about pile one behind their back? What other? Oh, this is nice. Okay. So this is two things, okay? Actually, it's more than two things. Okay, let me go slowly because my head starts to kind of go when I see cars and I have to like pace myself or I'll just start stuttering. Couple things. You could be very well liked by the opposite sex or with whatever you're into. So people are talking about all of your gentleman callers, okay? There's a ton of them. And, we're not here to talk about negativity or how they feel about that, but they are being talked about. So people are aware of how many admirers you have. I don't think that they're surprised by it. I mean, I'm not surprised by it. But also, I feel like you could have a lot of people who are talking about you who are these gentleman callers. And it could be like younger guys, or even if it's not younger guys, it could just be guys, period, or whoever you're into. It's almost like when they meet you, it's like something that kind of instantly goes with them. And it's like they don't know how to keep it to themselves, so they're blabbering about it to others, okay? So you are talked about very heavily from your, I don't know, gentleman callers or whoever your crushes are. I feel like you have a lot of crushes. You might not even be aware of it, honey, because you're so bad. Like you probably, don't even see it when you walk in a room because it's just like something you're used to. Who knows? But I feel like the people who are platonic are talking about how, oh yeah, she gets a lot of guys, or she gets a lot of, interests, it's just like a no-brainer. Now, the other thing that Nine of Cups can stand for is also to like your generosity, okay? So you're a very kind-hearted person, very nice. Maybe, you surprise people sometimes, you can come across looking like, this girl in the image, which is really like the bad biatch, okay? But, I don't know that people would view her as having a big heart. She actually looks a little cold-hearted, but you could surprise people and they just are like talking about that, when you've been nice, like that person was always really nice to me, or, they did this for me, and it kind of shocked them. So they're speaking about it to others because maybe it did shock them, okay? But when you are being spoken about, no one's going to say that you're not a kind person, okay? Now let's get into my other cards here. Let's go to these cards. Oh, yes. We love these cards, don't we here? Let's talk about what are the compliments or words being spoken behind pile one's back. Let's do like two. Let's do two. I'm comfortable with two. I don't want to make this a super long video. And we still have two other decks to get to. So let's see. Let's find out the words and compliments that are being spoken behind pile one's back. Oops. 1 and 2. Okay. I'm not shocked. Okay, so so with the death card, it's interesting, it's interesting. So this I feel like is mainly coming from people who are maybe interested in you romantically, okay? You are very seductive with the death card. I feel like you have this trance-like pull-in. When people are talking about you who are interested in you, they could be talking about this person that they met, which is you. And it's like, I don't know what happened to me with the death card. I mean, they're not saying the death card, but they're like, I don't really know what happened. It was like, I don't know what hit me, but something hit me like a ton of bricks. So it was almost like a transformation in itself, okay? Transcended here, honey. Oh, yes. And, this guy looks very exhausted. This guy looks very exhausted. And I don't know what are those in her hands, but they look like beads. And, the beads that one would, put up the rear. So I feel like this can kind of be like, you're a little intimidating. You're a little intimidating. So it's like, I feel like even though people feel transcended when they meet you who are romantically attracted, there's also elements too as well where you're a bit of like a challenge, which is good, which is good. It's great. Why would you not want to be? I mean, really? So, they're talking about that. Like, I met this person. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. It was like time stopped. It was like I was changed or something hit me. But it's like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be work here, or I'm going to have to like do something big to get this person's attention. She's not really that. If you look at her face, she's not really that impressed by him. It looks like he's more into her. And I feel like the fact that his leg is over yours, it's almost like these people feel like they want to kind of, I just have to have her, or I want to have her, or I want to have her like even in a possessive way. But with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm going to have to work for it. So it's almost like they know. So even though they're feeling all that good energy when they meet you at the front, at the beginning, at first sight, they're talking about maybe with their homeboys or whatever, their best friends. I'm going to have to like really impress her. I feel like this is like a girl I'm going to have to really move mountains, or I don't know, like chase or do something spectacular or different. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. So your lovers feel like really like mind altered when they meet you, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it's a little bit of like, I don't want to say confusion, but they feel like they're talking about how they're going to have to like do something. So maybe they're even kind of running to people for tips, like on how to kind of like impress you or what you're going to have to do. Have you ever met somebody like that? Has that ever, like, I feel like your people who are romantically interested are like fishing out for advice when it comes to you. So they're talking to others about what can they do, because again, like this is deep, you also are just, I mean, look at the image, guys. I mean, really? Someone's going to have to do something spectacular for you or be something different, maybe even come with a really dope-ass conversation. But I feel like people are talking about the fact that they're intimidated and they don't really know what they're going to do exactly to kind of get you. It's going to be like a scratching of the head, like trying to figure it out, okay? So let's now move on. Again, we're getting like into this reading, and I don't want to make it too long. So let's find out what are the words being spoken about behind pile one's back. What are the words that are being spoken about behind pile one's back? Let's do 3. We'll do 3 because we still have that deck as well too. Okay. Secrets and deception. Okay, so people, I feel like, and I don't know who this is coming from. This could be from lovers, but this could be from platonic relationships as well too. So there's elements of people not exactly trusting you. And I feel like it doesn't mean that they don't trust you. I don't think they trust you with their heart, okay? You come across as someone, and I'm not surprised too, because she does, if you look at the image again, she does come across as someone who, you would be a little bit worried about, like what kind of, is this person going to hurt me? Like this person looks cold-hearted. You might have a cold hearted look about you, but it doesn't mean that you are. I've been taken for this all my life and it was never true. Okay. People just always assume things about me, that I was a party girl and that I probably had like a million men. And I'm like, okay, whatever, that's just how stupid you are to read a book by its cover. Okay. So there could be a lot of I feel like talks about, also two secrets too. I think people want to know what's going on. So people talk about you're very interesting. So it's like, I wonder what's up with that. I wonder if, what happened to this person, in their past and whatever. And it's like, I'm trying to find out information. I feel like there's sneakiness here with others about you. But they feel like a little bit uneasy too, as well too. So when they're talking about you, it's like, I don't know if I can trust them. I don't know if I can trust her. Maybe you do come off a little bit like detached, and that will invoke that in the human, the human, not mannerisms, but, humanity, like the way we're designed, that will invoke that anyways. Okay. No matter what you do. Okay. So there could be a little bit of that going on. I feel you. Okay. I feel you. So I feel like people, this could be more like lovers. Your energy is really strong. People could comment, especially maybe even lovers, but maybe not even platonically, that they feel your energy like all around. This is probably the people who fall in love with you. Oh, they do. Again, but your energy, just from that thumbnail, that image on the thumbnail, it's freaking strong. It's really strong. And people could talk and say that, you are such a type of personality that is so big and deep that it's like, maybe they get attached quickly. I don't know, or they want to get attached quickly. I feel you could also be like the obsessiveness that people feel. Like when they meet you, like they want to feel you more, okay? So that's interesting. What does this say? You are always on my mind. Holy, this is a lot of this is obsessiveness. So I think I'm kind of tapping into someone or a group of people, not a group, but many people over the time in your life who have talked about you to others and are just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so attracted. They're always on my mind. I don't know how to stop it. She's just so interesting. I can't get her off my mind. Okay. And I feel her everywhere, or I feel her like I've kind of been affected by her. That's what I feel you could be about too. So you are with this pile, now that we're kind of almost done, you are like really talked about with this pile. And if you don't know that, which I feel like you will know, because, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. I know I could always feel this when people were talking about me. I just could. Okay. But then again, you have to be an open and aware person. But a lot of people are really affected by you, really affected. And I don't care if it's a coworker. I don't care if it's a family member. Like you might have obsessive family members as well too. Okay. It might not be rare for you to have that. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see. Let's see now with these cards, what's going on. What are the words spoken about pile one behind their back? And by the way, I am going to be doing a follow-up video to this next week on what are the negative talk. What's the negative talk on you, okay? This is very much about positivity, but I'm very in touch with my shadow side. So we are going to be doing a video next week on the negative talk back, okay? That's happening behind your back. Okay, with this one, we're going to do two. Okay, let's just do two. I can't stop thinking about you. Okay, so people are talking about this. There's something that's happening to people. You're doing something to people. And I'm not saying that you're doing it purposely. You could be not even fazed by these people, okay? There's something that's happening to these people that are... they're going nuts. They're going loco, okay? They're going nuts. And I don't care if you're a girl watching and this is other girls that this is happening to, or, men or coworkers or family members. But they're kind of talking about it because I think they think they're going crazy, okay? So when they're talking to others, it's like, that's the main focus. You've gotten this now, I feel like twice. I can't stop thinking about you, okay? Can't stop. What is wrong with me, I hope that you can forgive me one day. Wow. Okay, so there's one person out there, or maybe multiple people, who are talking to others about the fact that they did you wrong, and they wish that they could get like a forgiveness out of you. So this is a little bit more specific now. We have people out there, and I don't know if it's a family member or if it's a lover who probably did you wrong, okay? And they're talking to others because I feel like that forgiveness is really important to them and they're not able to move on. Hell, this could be from the people who can't stop thinking about you, you know? Maybe they did something wrong. Maybe they did something wrong and it affects them, you know? Like they want the forgiveness, you know? I'm not telling you what to do here, but that is coming from one specific person. So when they're talking to others about you, they talk about that often, you know, how they wish they could get forgiveness from you. So that's interesting. Wow, pile one. That was a lot for pile one just to start, you know? So let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much. Okay, so if you pick pile two, you know, the image of this girl, and, you know, again, if you're a man watching, apply it to you. She's very laid back, you know, she's very free with herself. She's very actually even romantic looking. There's a very sensual and romanticness to her, but she's all woman. She's all woman. She's not even all woman. I should say more that she's very comfortable with herself. So, you know, people could be saying, before we get into the cards, about you that, you know, she's a really nice girl, you know, or he's a really nice guy, you know, he's just really himself. You know, he doesn't bring any drama. He's carefree, easygoing, stuff along those lines, okay? So let's get into the cards now to see what furthermore is being said about you. And I want to say this to say at the beginning of this reading, we're not going to just talk about compliments. We're going to talk more specifically about the words being said about you, okay? So we do have 5 piles. We will be drawing from 5 piles, sorry, 5 decks to get more of a read on that, okay? So let's find out here. What's being said about pile 2, you know, behind their back, you know, even the compliments that are being said, you know, what compliments are being said about them? What specific words are being said about them? Let's dig deep here. Let's find out. Wow. Did I not just say great energy? So you bring a lightness to the room, okay? Wherever you go. You know, with the sun, this is a very, very nice energy. I'm not surprised that we got this paired with this image. So people are saying that very nice person, you know, very genuine, very unique. But your energy, it feels stable to me with the sun, you know, the sun is a big part of our world, you know, and it's a stable thing that we rely on, you know, so you feel very stable. I don't get any kind of talk behind your back like, you know, this person switches up on me. This person makes me feel like one day, you know, she's all into me and the next day she's not. It feels stable. It feels very nice. It feels very like, you know, like that next door neighbor, that sweetheart next door, or, you know, that person you've known all your life, or that person who's just really, really nice, could have even really a nice voice. Maybe you get talked about your voice a lot, or you're really, you know, cutesy kind of like look to you. I'm not saying you're not sexy, but I'm just saying though, very pretty, you know, very pretty. And if you're a man, very, very handsome, okay? Very charming with the sun. Wow, your personality is being talked about a lot. And it's kind of talked about more like if someone's bringing you up and they're like, yeah, I know that person. They're this and that, what I just said, okay? So with the energy, you bring a really nice, warm type of energy to anything that you come to. So if you're being invited to a party, you bring it. Or if you're at work, you're very pleasant to work with, you know, no cattiness here. I don't feel cattiness, okay? So let's see what else. What else with this pile 2? What else is being said behind their back, or what compliments are coming forth? Now, I'm going to say another thing about this too. This could be also your mother who talks about you, just for a few of you out there. Your mom looks at you like, she probably talks about you all the time. Oh, my daughter, my son, yeah. Like the golden child with the sun. Like my miraculous child, my golden child, my baby. Like your mom is talking about you a lot, okay? Because the sun is also, it could be a child. So if you are the child watching, or if you're a mom watching, your children talk about you like this, okay? It's both ways. But let's see what else. What else is being said behind pile 2's back? What else? Wow, we have another child card. Isn't that interesting? You know, with the Page of Pentacles, it's actually very stable as well, too, even though it's like not a king, it's a page. You could have actually brought in your family a lot of, I don't want to say, I don't know how to say, like, I don't want to say like pride. You could have been like a child from the start. I'm getting family here now, okay? I'm not saying that other things won't come up, so just stick around. But this now is making me feel like I'm feeling the family talking right now, okay? You were like that trophy child maybe, or that child who really did well or excelled in things and was like that studious, like that child that didn't give problems. You know that one who's really just easy to deal with. They just kind of go through life and they do what they're supposed to do. I'm feeling like that with the little Page of Pentacles, you know? Your family, I feel like really treasures you and talks about your successes a lot. Now, again, if you don't have a great family, stick around because there's going to be other messages coming forth from other people. But just for now, that's what we're getting, the focus, okay? Let's see what else. What else? What else is being said about pile 2? What else is being said about pile 2 behind their back? Oh, wow, guys. So pile 2, like you make everything better. You make everything better. Now, this could be for a few of you out there, your husband or the boyfriend that you're with or the partner that you're with. Your partner looks at you like gold too, honey. Oh, yeah. Like, I really was lucky. I picked a winner with this Four of Wands energy. Like, how was I so lucky to find this person? You know, whoever is around you with this pile, whoever is your immediate circle, like your best friend, maybe even your boss or whatever, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, I don't know, your mom, your dad, whatever. These people, it's like, wow, you know, they really treasure you. And even if you're not with this person, this could be coming from this person. Maybe this is whoever you want union with. I don't know. But this is very much, you know, that energy of like who I picked as a partner. Like, they make me so happy. Like, you make people really happy, like really happy. But I think also too, in the same breath, the fact that you're so stable in your energy and you're not coming across as like a backstabber or a person who is flighty or detached in a way where, you know, you don't hear from them. It's just, you know, it's pleasant. It's really pleasant. So you make people very happy. And I feel like with this Four of Wands as well too, like, you know, people talk about like what to others, what it meant for them when you came into their life, like what you did to their life, like how you've changed it. Like no one's going to regret, like no one's going to want to regret losing you. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. Okay. Wow. That was deep. I actually felt that. I actually felt a little emotional, you know, guys, I'm going to tell you. Now, these cards are cards here, you know, these cards, these provocative cards. This is going to more point to, I believe, you know, how, you know, the people who are, you know, a love interests are kind of speaking about you. So let's kind of get into that. We'll draw it too, okay? I'm not trying to make this a super long video. And just know that next week I'm going to be putting up the same thumbnail, but we're going to talk about the negativity, okay? We can't just talk about the positivity and not talk about the negativity. So next week, look forward to the insults that you're receiving behind your back. If you don't want to hear anything like that and you think it's, you know, not something you want to listen to, then just kind of skip over it. But I think it's important to know both sides, okay? So what are the pile 2? What's the pile 2? What's being said about them behind their back with pile 2? Or the compliments that they're receiving behind their back? Let's see here. 1, 2. Like, I'm not surprised. Are you kidding me? Look at this. You are represented by 2 females here. Like, you're embodying divine energy, source goddessness, source goodness, source, like, I just want to, like, consume you, okay? Consume you. You are the empress. You are, like, the almighty feminine if you're watching, and if you're a man, whatever, the same thing, okay? You really are stealing people's hearts, okay? There's actually been nothing negative here. As opposed to pile 1, there was a couple things that I wouldn't say negative, but like with this one, it's just all positive. Like, you're beautiful. You're really beautiful. You're a beautiful person inside and out. And that's what's being expressed. Like, outer beauty 100%, outer beauty 100%. I mean, hello, the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Oh my God. But it's like almost like with these two cards, you're also getting a big emphasis on the inside as well too. Queen of Cups is a very kind, energy. That person who's going to bake you cookies, that person who's going to check on you when you're sick, that person you can call up at 4 o'clock in the morning, okay, and talk about your problems, okay? Empress, you're totally in your power. People might not know how to express how they feel about you in words, because I feel like with the Empress, it's very much about an energy, but you're actually very connected to who you are, okay? So it could come across, if they're speaking about you, they could be saying, yeah, she's nice. She's really, a nice girl, but they don't realize it's more because of like how secure you are with yourself. But there's no hangups here, People are talking about you in like such a good light that they don't really have anything bad to say. They cannot say anything bad. You're not exuding anything negative. You're not exuding hang-ups about life or having some outrageous temper or, barking at people, because you're having a bad day. It's very stable, okay? It's very stable. So with this pile, I know it could be coming across as a little boring to you, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. Now we have other decks, that will get very specific. But with this one, you're beautiful. And, there's a man here who is very, very focused in on your chest. So, her chest is open. The compliments from lovers could be that, like, you have a really, really nice, you have nice, I don't want to say a rack. That's so cheesy, but you have a really nice set of breasts, okay? And, but not only that, you're pretty. You're so pretty. And your hair is pretty. I don't care if you're wearing a wig. I don't care if you have clip-in extensions. I don't care if you have a bald hair, a bald head, okay? There's something with the hair that's pointing out to me. Just really feminine and really pretty, okay? And same thing, if you're a man, just put it towards you. Very handsome, but very unique and natural. Very natural. So this is nice. This is nice. This is really nice, actually. Okay. Now let's get to these cards. These cards are going to be a little bit more specific. Let's do 3 for these. What is being said about pile 2 behind their back? What is being said behind pile 2's back? Maybe the words or the compliments, whatever wants to come forward that pile 2 needs to hear. One, 2, 3. You are the person of my dreams. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. I told you that. Whoever's kind of hooking up with you, whether that be, a lover, a boyfriend, a husband, or, I don't know, even if you have a friend, it's like, you are that person of my dreams. Like you're my ideal person. You're the person. She or he is the person that, I've always wanted my whole life, like my best friend, or if it's a lover, it's like, wow, it's like, how lucky was I, like, you're of my dreams. So obviously that entails that the person is extremely lucky because, come on, we don't find that every day. Okay. Wow. I think the world of you. Yeah, very highly. So with this one, seeing how we're nearing the end, I wonder how that's going to be next week, when I pull the insults, because with this one, it's going to be probably very difficult. Very difficult. Everyone just thinks the world of you. Everyone. And I feel like there's even women out there, older women who could be like meeting you and they're like, do you want to meet my son? Or like, I wish that was my daughter, like everyone thinks the world of you. I check on you from afar. Okay. So you've got some people who are telling others that they might be stalking you. Okay. Or when, there's people out there who ask about, are they, they know, let's say there's people you don't talk to anymore, okay? But you have like a mutual friend or something. They're probably asking people about you. So you're being talked about in that way as well too, with people you don't know anymore maybe. Or people from a way long ago that maybe you just moved or it's like an old neighborhood and they're like, oh, let's say your name is Anna. Have you like talked to Anna, like recently? Like what's going on with her? People are still curious about you, This might not even be social media. They could just be checking in with other people about how you're doing. Oh, do you still talk to that person? Yeah, what are they up to now? Very, very interested in what you're doing. Very still interested in your doing. So you're definitely making an impression on people. Oh, yeah. Because for years and years and years, they could pass years, and people still want to know what you're up to. So again, whether you guys just drifted apart or there was a situation, people don't want to like not know you. They want to know you. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's see with our last pile here. What do the people who picked pile 2, what do they need to know? What are people saying behind their back, or what are the compliments that people are giving them? What are the people saying about them, or what are the compliments that they are receiving? We'll do just 2, okay? You were the best thing in my life. Oh my God, not surprised again. Yeah, you are the best thing in people's life. People talk about that often. Often. They just want you around. They just love your energy. They love your personality. They love you. They really love you, okay? And this is coming from, could be anybody at this point, because we're at the end. Family members, you're the best thing that ever happened to my life. A husband, you're the best person I ever could have been with. A friend, maybe even a coworker, because at this point, it looks like everyone loves you. So even your coworkers are just like, oh my God, how did I get blessed with such a great employee? You might hear other people talking about their bosses and how they have this toxic relationship. And you're like, oh no, my boss just like loves me to death, They would never want to see me go. And people are just like, great, great, wonderful. I love you. Oh my God, pile 2. I guess if you pick this one and it resonates, this is like I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments saying, you really cheered me up today. Yeah, there's love. There's love from everyone that graces your path. Everyone talks about how they love you. It's not even uncommon for people to meet you and then maybe like a month later talk and say, I love this person. I love them, It's probably like really used in like a carefree attitude that they just love you, You're the best. You're the best, pile 2. Wow. Let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so if you picked the, oh, sorry, one second. Okay, so if you picked pile 3, interesting. If you look at this image, I'm so sorry, I was just checking my phone. If you look at this image, before we get into the cards, this looks like a type of girl, and even if you're a guy watching, just apply it to you, who's really, really put together, is she not? She looks really clean. Her hair is like not out of whack. Not even one hair is out of place. Really got it together. Seems like they have a really great, attitude about life, just really positive energy and very professional. Okay. So people could be talking about you in this sense. This person is really educated. They've got their ducks in a row. They look great. I probably even respect them to some degree because maybe you're doing things in life, but let's find out more in detail what people are saying about you from the cards. Okay. All right. So we are going to be drawing from, 4 decks today. And I want you to know we're getting very deep on this. We're not just talking about the compliments. We're going to be trying to find out. We're going to try to find out from the cards. What are the exact words being said behind your back? Okay. So let's find out here. What is being said about pile 3? What is being said about pile 3 behind their back? What are the compliments that they're receiving, or what are the exact words that they are being spoken about them behind their back? Judgments. Okay. So I feel like there's an air of authority here. Okay. So I feel like, we are going to be reading next week on the insults that are being spoken about you. So I'm not going to go too much into detail here. about negative, I'm going to look at the judgment in a positive way. So judgment, straight up, there could be like literally one of you watching, you are a lawyer, okay? There's one of you that could be watching, you could be a lawyer, and that is being talked about. Like, wow, you know, she's a lawyer. She gets things done. She knows how to speak to people. She is really, really career oriented. She's successful. Now, if it's not that you're a lawyer, with the judgment day, sorry, I always call it judgment day. With the judgment card, you are being spoken about as in, you could be that mediator. You could be a mediator. Like, people talk about you, like, we had to get Susie involved, because we just couldn't work this thing out. And she's really good at delegating things, you know? She's really good at maybe hearing both sides. And knowing how to come to a conclusion, you know, you are a mediator. So you could be very Libra here, but you don't have to be a Libra. I'm just saying you could be inhibiting Libra energy. I feel like you also are being talked about how you call it on things. You call out on things. So when people are talking about you, they're not going to necessarily say that you're a pushover. They're going to talk about, you know, you don't mess with her. You don't mess with her. She's a great girl. Don't get me wrong, but you don't mess with her. She's not going to tolerate you saying something out of whack to her, or, you know, you maybe even insulting somebody in front of her. She's really fair, or he's really fair. With the judgment card, you got to come correct with her. Okay. So let's see what else. Let's see what else is being said about you behind your back. What are the exact, you know, the fact that they're all hailing this angel as well too. You could be really, like the alpha female, okay? I'm not saying that they're going to say in exact words that you're an alpha female, but you could be the leader of something, you know, a group. Maybe these are your employees who are talking to you about this. Like, you got to really come correct to this person, and they know that. They're talking to other people about this, okay? And maybe they're even giving advice to people who don't really know you, and they're saying, like, just be careful, you know, like tread carefully. What else do we need to know about pile 3? What else is being said behind their back? Whether it be a compliment, or what are the specific words? Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's just pull another one. We'll get to it in a bit. So with the Empress here, you're just like a divine beauty. And I mean, I don't care. You don't have to look like the image on that you chose, okay? But you are a divine beauty. You've got it all going on for you. People talk about that. Like, brains, beauty, like she's like a triple threader in some way, okay? You know, I feel like you could also be a mother as well too. There could be a few of you out there who are a mother, and people talk about how you're such a great and excellent mother. They probably come for tips because, you know, with the judgment here, you could be more of a stern mother, a mother who is like, you know, very loving with the Empress, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you're going to pull your weight here, you know? So you're stern, you know? So they ask for tips maybe, or they talk about how you're such a great mother, okay? If this is not that you're a mother, this could also be for a few of you out there that your mother is showing up here as well too. Your mom could actually be talking about you. And it's interesting now because I'm getting kind of two sides here. You could have some people who chose this who have a loving mother, but there could be some mothers out there who are talking about you, and this could be, with the judgment, a little tricky or difficult, where it could be hard for her to have a relationship with you because of this judgment. But we're not talking about negativity today. So I just want to kind of leave it there because that's going to be next week. Look out for next week. We're going to be talking about the insults that come your way, okay? Or are being said behind your back. So beautiful, beautiful though. Oh my God, with the 9 of Cups. You know, it's interesting with this. I love this. Your achievements are being spoken about a lot. You're doing a lot of big things. And you actually have this like power within you. People are just like, I can't believe she accomplished this. I can't believe she accomplished that. And don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about that you're a CEO of some huge Fortune 500 company. You could literally be on YouTube and just killing it on YouTube, okay? Don't get the readings and put them out of whack sometimes. People just kind of tend to run with them. I'm not saying that. But, you know, the 9 of Cups is like a desired outcome, and it's attached to you. So when people talk about you, it's like, can you believe she did this? Can you believe he did that? He just seems to get whatever he wants. Now, I'm not saying that they don't realize that you're doing work for it, but this is a go-getter. This is a go-getter. This is a person who's like creating goals, and it's like tick, tick, tick. And I feel like with the 9 of Cups, it's within small time frames. It's not like, I mean, it could be years, but I feel like you're doing the most here, okay? And people, when they talk about that, your successes and your achievements are very tied to what they speak about. So with this one, you know, we have to get into more cards, obviously, but it's not too bad, okay? It's not too bad. Like, again, the only thing I'm kind of seeing here is that with the Judgment, like, people know when they're talking to others. You know, maybe there's a situation that pops up and you kind of laid it on them and they talk about what you said to them to other people and they're like, you know, wow, oh my God, can you believe she talked to me like that? It kind of hit me, but actually, you know what? I'm thinking about it now. Maybe she's right, you know, something along those lines, okay? So interesting. Let's get into more cards here. Okay, so we're going to be drawing from these cards. These ones will obviously be pointed more towards love interests, kind of what they're saying, you know, the compliments they're giving you behind your back, or, you know, the words that are being spoken. We're going to draw 2. What did the pile 3, what does pile 3, what is said behind their back exactly? You know, the words, compliments, what's being said behind their back. Let's draw 2. Let's draw 2. 1, 2. Okay. Oh goodness. What's going on over here? These cards are interesting. I might have to slap an 18 plus on this. I'm not sure. Okay. So you are coming across as the Moon and you're coming across as the High Priestess. So holy moly, that's a lot. Okay. That's major arcana. You are coming across as a huge mystery. I feel like people can't figure you out. Now, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why the Moon has like 4 people in this card. But there's a big emphasis on the breasts, okay? So if you see, you know, the men here, what they're doing, and you see her, you know, the only thing that she's really showing here is her breasts. You could be getting a lot of compliments on your breasts, how they look. But not only that, too, like, you're kind of mysterious with the Moon and the High Priestess. So I feel like you're quite hard to get, okay? Really hard to get, actually. They could be talking about the fact that you are just not easy to break. You're not easy to crack. And also, they could be talking about it almost in a frantic way. Like, I don't know how they feel about me. Maybe a lot of these people who are interested in you romantically are experiencing more of a telepathic connection from you with the Moon than actually, like, you know, face to face, because it's very hard to get to you. You could be very busy with your goals, or it could be very hard to impress you. But with the High Priestess, you're just going to have that energy no matter what. So they are attracted, but I feel like with the Moon, especially with the Moon being so far away, and then the High Priestess, where she's definitely going to be that type of chick that's, you know, really throwing out the body language, but you got to really wow her mind, you know? So I think they're talking about you like you're different, but they could also be talking about you, like, to be really honest, that you could be a DICK-tease. A DICK-tease, yeah. Uh-huh. And it's frustrating. Like, you're frustrating. Interesting. I mean, compliment-wise, you know, like, we have the physicalities here, but I feel like you're frustrating for love interests. They don't really know how to play the right tune with you, but that's just that they're not the right one, you know? Obviously, if it's the right one, they'll know what to do, but I guess you just need a deeper connection. Maybe they talk about that. Maybe you voice that to them, or maybe they can just kind of subliminally pick up on that. Like, you need more, you know? Like, you will always need more than what they can offer, or you're just that, like, chick on a pedestal in these people's heads, you know? But they are talking about you to others, friends, maybe. I can't stop thinking about them. I feel a telepathic connection, but at the same time, you know, in the physical, I'm not really getting much, you know? So I'm confused. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay, let's see what these cards, these are going to be more specific, really specific, actually. Let's see what pile 3 needs to be aware of. Let's see what pile 3 needs to be aware of. What, you know, is being said about them behind their back, or what is the compliments that they're receiving. Okay, the words spoken. We're gonna draw 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Please forgive me. There's someone out there who wants forgiveness from you. They're talking about it a lot, and I don't know who it is. It could be like a bunch of people, bunch of random people. But this is what they talk to others about, is that, I don't know, there's parts of them or pieces of them that can't move on. And it's funny that we got the moon, you know, because the moon is that kind of energy that will make you kind of reminisce on, you know, what you did to people. It's that same thing, you know. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's people out there that want your forgiveness. They talk about that often with others. It could be family members as well too. Someone wants your forgiveness. Finances are a problem. Hells yeah, because you're the shit. So you are the dope ass, you know, whatever person who picked this pile 3. You know, they talk about people who are talking about you. This could be a lot of this is very much love interests. They feel like their finances are a problem. They can't kind of compare to you. So when people are interested in you, and you could just really not even be a snob, you could just really be about, you know, whatever success, or, you know, maybe just not really even feeling anything with them, but they're taking it like maybe they're not good enough, okay? They don't have the finances because, like, again, I said, the image on this thumbnail, she looks really put together. Like, I would be surprised if someone picked this image and wasn't successful in their life. And again, I'm not talking about a Fortune 500 company, okay? I'm just saying, you're about your business, okay? You have your life together, you worked really hard for that, and you want someone else like that as well so that you can grow, okay? Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing snobby about that, okay? So people are talking about that. They're not good enough. Ooh. Twin flame. Yikes. Okay, there could be a couple of you out there. This is coming from a twin flame who's got a lot of ego problems. Lots of ego problems. Instead to kind of maybe, you know, get their life together, they're focusing more on the fact that maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe they're being snotty about it, you know? Like, oh, you're just too good for me, whatever. This could be the problem of the twin flame. Maybe that please forgive me is coming from them as well too. Oh goodness. So we've got a twin flame situation going on here, pile 3, you know? And if you don't have one, that's okay. Don't knock the rest of the reading, okay? But there is a twin flame who's talking a lot about you. And you might feel it with the moon, you know? We did get the moon, the telepathic connection. I'm not surprised here again now, okay? There could be someone you have a very deep connection with, and it's like, yeah, okay, you watched this reading, but at the same time, you probably knew all this, okay? Wow. Let's see in our last deck what is being said. Oh goodness, what is that? Sorry, there was like a weird fly in here. I'm in my basement. Kind of strange. Never seen one before. Okay, let's see here with these cards. What do the pile 3 need to be, you know, what do they need to hear? What are people talking about exactly, you know, about them? Or what are the compliments that are, you know, coming through about them? What are they being talked about behind their back? We're going to draw 2. That was interesting with the twin flame. Your twin flame doesn't feel like they're good enough for you, you know? And you could be sitting there like, really? Because I don't feel that way maybe about them, you know? Maybe I feel like I'm not good enough for them, or maybe, you know, you're crazy, Melissa, but you will be surprised. You will be surprised. I wonder if you are happy without me. Okay, what does this one say? I'm just curious. Okay. So someone here is wondering a lot about what's going on in your life. You know, the I wonder could also be translated to if they're wondering. Maybe they're kind of poking around. Maybe they're asking people if you're happy or what you're doing or what you're up to. I feel like this person probably could secretly want you to be maybe not happy with them. I feel like your twin flame, if this is coming from your twin flame, they have a lot to do. They got a lot to work on, okay? But someone out there is wondering if you're happy without them. And they talk to people about this. Hell, they could have a psychiatrist to talk to about this, you know? Like, I can't get my life together without her. I wonder if she's like that as well too. Yeah, I don't feel that way though. You aren't. You're good, you know? You're good. Did you see the image on this thumbnail? I want to tell you how I feel. Okay, so someone out there is talking to others about this overwhelming feeling about wanting to express themselves to you. And I feel like I'm actually picking up on the other person that they're talking to and saying, you're driving me nuts. I'm sick of hearing you. Can you just write them? Can you just get it out? Just let them know, because I'm sick of hearing it myself. I feel like the people they're talking to this about are getting actually annoyed, really annoyed with this. So, someone's holding in a lot, and I'm not surprised. Again, we got twin flame, but whatever it could be, you know, a lover, an ex-lover, or whatever, a soulmate, doesn't matter. But someone really wants to express. It's like, I feel like this bottled up feeling. They want to tell you, but instead of telling you, they're telling others. And the other people are just like, oh my God, shut up. I can't listen to this. I don't want to hear anymore about this person anymore. I'm going nuts. So it's interesting. There's a lot of holding back here on this person's end, whoever's talking about you. But wow, I have nothing more to say. That was your reading, pile 3. Let me know what you thought. Thanks so much. Okay, so if you picked the fourth pile, okay, the fourth pile, the fourth image, sorry. If you look at this person, before we get into the cards, you know, I really am focused on this person's physique. I have a feeling like the physique is going to come through a lot in this reading. And it doesn't matter if you're a man. It doesn't matter if you're a plus 14 size, or I don't know how it works, sorry, a 1X or a size 0. It doesn't matter. It's just the physique, I feel like, is being spoken to a lot. Now, this image on this thumbnail, she looks, I feel like, very laid back, but very comfortable within her own skin. So I'm kind of left a little bit, you know, there's a little bit of mystery with this image as well, too. So I myself, even though I was intrigued to add this to the thumbnail, at the same time, I still can't pick up much from looking at it. So I feel like you could be a little bit of a closed book, or you could be hard to figure out, but let's see what the cards say. Okay, so let's see what the cards say. Okay, so with pile 4, image 4, and we're going to be talking about compliments, but as well, also very much about the exact words spoken about you, okay? So let's talk about that. What are the compliments that image 4, pile 4, receives behind their back? Or what are the words that are spoken about them? Very hard to read image. You could come across like that. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so you're very abundant in life. You are very well off. You know, and I don't, when I say well off, I don't mean super rich. I just mean really content with your life. You come across as a person who's actually very solid, and, you know, I wouldn't say there's anything, you know, we have to get into more cards that specific here with this card. The Nine of Pentacles can be a very, I don't want to say bland card, but it's a very surface card. So it's like whatever you want to show, whatever you who's watching wants to show the world is what people are picking up on. So if that is actually your mission in life, to show others only what you want to show them, and maybe you've carefully constructed your personality and how you kind of are shown to the world, they're picking up exactly what you want to throw down. So that's great. But you are abundant, you know, very pleasant, I would say pleasant, but happy as well too, okay? What else are people saying about pile 4? What else are they saying about pile 4? What are the words exactly spoken? Oh, the Star card. Yeah, you're very mysterious. There's something else going on. I don't know that people want to find out. I'm not saying that they're trying to poke and prod, although they might be. But it's almost like there's a je ne sais quoi about this person. I can't put my finger on it. You know what I mean? I feel like people are talking about you out of maybe sheer curiosity the most. It could come across of like, I know that person has like a little freaky side, or they could have like a little deep side, but they're not showing it. But I know, I can feel it. I feel like that's what people are saying. Like maybe people have always tried to get you to do things in life to kind of like maybe get you out of your shell. And you're just like, you think it's hilarious, you know? Maybe they even try to like get you drunk, you know? Or say, hey, come on, let's go do some, you know, pills or something. Who knows, okay? Or come on, let's go like dance on top of the tables in Mexico, you know? And you're just like very solid, you know? Like it's just a very solid, grounded type personality that people want to know more about. But they do know there's something there with the star, okay? There's something that maybe you don't share. You're actually quite interesting. But again, with this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you are creating a type of image that you only want people to see. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you're fake. What is that fly doing here? Sorry about that. It doesn't mean that you have to. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're fake. But at the same time, I feel like there's a curiosity here. So with the Star card, I feel like people have this inner feeling like when they talk about you, it's like, I just know. I just know if I get her to like hear or get her to do this, I will see the real her. So I feel like they know something's stirring deep within with the Star and that you're actually quite magical, but they can't get to it. Okay. What else? Okay. So they are talking about also to your efforts in life. You could be a very hard worker, but you could also be a person who maybe takes too much on. So I feel like there could be with this pile a little bit of drama, but we're not going to go too much into that because next week I'm going to be uploading with the same image, the same thumbnail. I'm going to be uploading what are the insults that are said about you behind your back, okay? So with this one, I feel very much like there could be something here where they talk about maybe your stresses in life. So maybe they know that you have maybe like an unsupportive partner, or maybe you're taking care of people, or maybe your kids are a handful. You're just doing too much. So they talk about that. Maybe you actually have a lot underneath and they're just disgustingly curious, which is, you know, maybe they're just nosy and they want to know all your burdens in life or all your secrets that you kind of tuck away, okay? Something along those lines. But for the most part, this is going to be hard to read. Let's see as we go, because like I told you, when I put that image to the thumbnail, I myself couldn't even read the image. So I was like, something's here. I'm feeling guided to put this on, okay? And it'll be interesting if you resonate with it. So this one's going to point more to like love interests, how they or what they are saying about you behind your back, or the compliments that you're receiving. So let's find out what pile 4 needs to know about what's being said behind their back or the compliments that they're receiving. Let's see. What do they need to know about the compliments that they're receiving behind their back? Or what are the words being spoken about them? Now we're going to pick 2. 1, 2. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Uh-oh. We got a King of Pentacles here. Okay, so this is interesting. So people view you in a very nice light with the Sun card. You know, your romantic interest, but they're also very, I feel like, aggressive. So besides that, before we get into love interest, I feel like when we're going back to the platonic people, they could feel like with the King of Pentacles here, you have like maybe, you know, an annoying husband or an annoying partner. Maybe this person doesn't let you go out or do anything. Or you have maybe even a father who is very overbearing. But there's a King of Pentacles here, which is interesting. Or this could be that you get a lot of really well educated, like very financially stable men. Okay. Maybe you are a looker and people are like, yeah, she always gets like the really handsome ones and the really well-to-do ones. Or they could be talking about your rich husband. Okay. He could be rich as well too. With the Sun, again, it's a very nice energy. So like I said, even though they can't see through your personality, you are still coming across as pleasant, okay? It's not like people don't like you. They just want to know more about you, but it's like there's something that stops, okay, you from sharing, something along those lines, and they don't understand why. They want to get to know you. They talk about you a lot. They probably try to invite you to things, but it's like maybe you just don't really vibe with them, or you don't feel like it, or there's aspects of you that just don't really, you know, share until you really can trust the person, okay? But with the Sun, it's very nice. But with the King of Pentacles, I feel like there's a lot of people, like when they're interested in you romantically, they want to govern over you. They want to protect you. They want to spend money on you. They really want to like just kind of sweep you off your feet and like finance your whole thing, you know, like take care of you. Very, very, very nice energy with the sun. So, you know, people who are interested in you romantically probably speak to others like, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. And you probably get a lot of suitors, you know, or a lot of people looking at you, and they're just like, you could just tell that they're like into you. And it could be a lot to do with your detachment of why you kind of pull these people in, because detached people will always get that. Okay. Always. So, but with the King of Pentacles, this is even more responsibility. So they want to like, you know, make you their wife. They want to like buy you nice things. They want to support you. They want to protect you. They really want to be like your daddy. Okay, your daddy, like not in that kind of way, but your daddy. You know what I mean? Like they want to be your sugar daddy, but like they love you. You know what I mean? So it's not a side thing. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Interesting. Now let's get to these cards. These cards will be more specific. So these are great cards to incorporate. Let's see with pile 4, what people are saying behind your back. What are people saying behind pile 4's back? You know, what are the compliments that they're receiving? Or, you know, what is the words that are being spoken? We're going to draw 3. Okay. Fights, argument, and conflict. Okay. So people I feel like have a lot of fights with you. The people who are fighting with you in life, they're talking about these arguments with other people. They're talking about the conflict, but they also could be viewing you as that. So even though you're a closed book, you could have maybe like a threshold that doesn't go deep. Okay. What I mean by that is, you know, lines are crossed very easily with you. So maybe you're very protective of who you are, but like if someone pushes that, you're going to say something or you're going to do something about it. Okay. So I feel like you're being spoken about, that you could be a very type of person who, you got to tread lightly with. Or if they're having fights with you, these people are spewing this stuff all over. So if you have family that you have fights with, it's almost like everyone knows about it before it's been like even an hour. So these people are talking about it. You know, again, we're going to leave the insults and the negativity type reading for next week, but that might come up. Okay. There's a lot of arguments that people are having. Maybe they talk about how they feel about you to others instead to talk to you about it, you know, but it's something along those lines. But I want to keep this as positive as possible. Okay. I can see myself with you for the long term. Didn't I just say that? So your love interests really do view you as that wifey, okay? You're not a side chick at all, okay? People who fall in love with you, they talk about maybe to their friends, like, I want to marry her. And the people are like, what? You only known her for like a week. Yeah, no, I want to marry her. I want her to be my wife. I want her to have my kids. And even if you're an older woman, it doesn't matter. Just kind of take what I'm saying. You know, if you meet somebody and you're 50 or whatever, it's like they want to be with you. Like they want to be all up in there with you. Like, you know, you're just like interesting to them. Okay. I find you incredibly attractive. So people do find you attractive and they talked about that, how beautiful you are, how sexy you are, how exotic, you know, again, the physique on this image was just really alluring to me, you know, and there's nothing really specific. If you can see, it's not like, you know, pile 1, if you look at the image of pile 1, she's like out there. Okay. Pile 4 is more of like a silent beauty who doesn't have to really do that much to kind of like, just be like, hi, I'm just, you know, I'm that bee. I'm coming in the room and it's like, you're going to know me and you're going to see me. And I'm going to make you see me, okay? It's not like that here. It's a very subtleness, but at the same time, it's quite beautiful still as well, okay? So interesting. Now let's get to our last deck. We'll draw 2 from here. What do pile 4, what do they need to know about what people are saying behind their back or talking to them? What are they saying about them? We're going to draw 2. 2. So many things remind me of you. Okay, so these people are talking about, and this could be maybe the things that the people who are not on speaking terms with you anymore, they're talking to others about how they can't get you off their mind because everything is reminding them of you. So you could be a person who is very hard to get over when it is over. There's still a lot of people out there, whether you are aware of this or not, that are still talking about you. I'm not sure if you know that. There's something here with this. What does this one say? You came closer than anyone. This sounds like it's coming from someone, okay? You came closer than anyone. People find it interesting how interested they are with you, okay? When it says you came closer than anyone, it means to their heart, okay? So there is someone out there, I feel like, who is still not over you. And if you have someone in your mind right now that you had a really deep connection with, please know that it's this person, okay? Because the fact that you came closer than anyone means that you are such an impact in this person's life because you came closer than anyone. No one before has come that close to them. So you're still on their mind and they're still talking to other people about you, okay? And the people who they're talking to are probably getting really sick of it because it's constant. It's constant because this person is going nuts. If everything's reminding them of you, they're going nuts, okay? Maybe they don't know what to do about it, you know? If you are kind of picking up on any dream state, you know, from somebody, or you're feeling some weird vibes, like you can't get someone off your mind, it's probably this person, okay? So that was your reading. Let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much for watching.